Yes, we're starting in Nigeria and sharing with you what stories are on the Blueprints newspapers this morning. There was a little bit of controversy yesterday, and the INEC, of course, has gone on to clarify. It says INEC to Nigerians on 2023, no going back on electronic transmission of results. It says procedure similar to Ekiti and Osun gubernatorial polls. Also, Lekki Deep Sea Port project will provide 112,000 jobs, says Jaji. Gunmen kidnap 4 Catholic sisters in Imo. And also, journalist escapes death as ISWAP attacks Abuja home. Pretty shocking stories there. We can also find here Nigeria may borrow more as crude oil price falls below $100 per barrel, says Rewane. That's on page 25. Sad story on page 8. A father and others rape and impregnate own daughter in Ogun State. Page 24, Nigeria's aviation sector to witness death of foreign airlines, expert warns. And this one will shock you. It says Zamfara banditry kingpin, Bello Turji embraces peace. They said that he has repented.
So the question is, when the person embraces peace, does that now eradicate or remove all the things that they've done before? Does it mean that you wouldn't at least face the consequences of what you've done before?
Repentance is between you and your God. The laws of the land and the states, have nothing. There's no repentance in the Constitution or the Criminal Justice Act. So I don't know why these type of things happen, but of course, it's Nigeria.
I mean, we're always doing amnesty here and there.
Yeah. All right, finally on the Blueprint, 8 nabbed over killing of Osun APC chieftain. That's also on the Blueprint newspapers this morning, and those are the stories that we can share.
All right, let's move over to Kenya. On the front page of the Daily Nation in Kenya, we can see at the top of the paper the fading legacy of Jomo as Kenya marks 44 years since the death of founding President Jomo Kenyatta. Today, it will be the second time in a row where there will be no public events, as had been the tradition, amid fears that his legacy could be heading to oblivion. 2 years ago, his family made the surprise announcement that commemoration of his death would henceforth be a private affair. But what needs to be done to secure his legacy? You let us know. On the front page, we have Decision 2022. It's in their hands now, as all eyes shift to the theater of the Supreme Court today, as Raila Odinga files his petition against William Ruto, whom he accuses of usurping the will of the majority by stealing this month's elections. We'll find out the details after they head to court today. And on the right of the paper, we have family of drowned Kenyan nurse starts GoFundMe campaign. This is heart-wrenching. Kalonzo reinvents himself, as Giants fall. That's all the details that we can take this morning on the front page of the Daily Nation.
And now to Uganda, let's see what we can find on the Daily Monitor. It says there is Simba Power Dam comes back online. That should be good news for people in Uganda there. And also on the Daily Monitor this morning, is government trying to repackage coffee agreement? You can find more on that on pages 10 and 11. Healthy living, common causes of sudden death, recognize the signs on page 16. And also drama as police arrest bride at wedding reception. Ooh.
What did she do?
I have no idea. But of course, just to follow up on the Simba Power Dam story, it says government to pay back 50 megawatts to Kenya as 2 of the 4 turbines that produce electricity are brought back to life, with the 3rd turbine expected to be functional today and the 4th by the end of the month. More on that on page 4. And of course, the Museveni Lord's Church for fight against poverty.
I'm just wondering, shouldn't they have just let the bride get married and then after that, they would then carry her in the official vehicle to the police station or whatever?
No, she might be going for a honeymoon right after the wedding.
So the honeymoon can then be in the police station, but at least they should have allowed her finish her wedding.
The flying first.
Okay, Sowetan in South Africa is our next point of call, and we can see this photograph here. The Zulu king watches proceedings from the throne after he was crowned at the palace in Kwanongoma, northern KwaZulu-Natal on Saturday. He's the 9th king of the Zulus. Congratulations to him. We will be discussing this in further detail much later on the show. Public servants strike looms. Union 6 mandates. It's striking around the continent, it seems. Details of this is on page 9. And at the top of the main story here, we have courting disaster. Magistrates call out racist boss. 8 colleagues lay complaint to the Magistrates Commission against their senior for racial discrimination and harassment. She allegedly called the clerk, She called the clerk a monkey and takes pictures of cars of staff members to check attendance. This person must be unhappy in her house and in her life to actually, do this. If this is true, that's, well, of course, we do hope that something is done, because the court should be a place where everyone is treated with equity and fairness. Misfiring Gabuza lets pirates off the hook on the back page. And of course, there are updates here. Dream to turn Africa into a stage for women in arts on page 6. U6 set sights firmly on Fury. One wonders what is going to be of this, what will become of this. Will Usyk have his unbroken, unbeaten record when Tyson comes out to fight? Or would, I'm sure it's certainly going to be a match to look out for if and when it does happen. That's all that we can take this morning.